Jurassic World Rebirth goes back to what I loved about the original, says director Gareth Edwards. We've got all new details about the upcoming Jurassic Park sequel via Empire magazine, who also released a brand new image featuring Scarlett Johansson as Zora Bennett on The Island. Director Gareth Edwards speaks for the first time since before filming began about the project. Let's waste no time and dive into those details. Welcome back to Jurassic Outpost. Let's look at this new tease for Jurassic World Rebirth.
Well, that's how it always starts, but then later there's running and then screaming.
The last and first official look at this movie was now over 2 months ago, and while time certainly does move fast, let's be honest, us Jurassic fans are consistently hungry for information, for new information about the movie, and today, Empire magazine have gifted us with some new details. We also got a brand new photo from the movie. We are looking at Scarlett Johansson's character Zora Bennett on The Island, wielding some sort of weapon. Is this a weapon? It does look more like a tranquilizer or perhaps even a device to capture genetic material. You can see an empty chamber there, the thin needle-like tip, the syringe. Is this the device used to capture genetic material from the colossal creatures? Who knows? Anyway, we see Zora here in the same long grass location that we saw in the first official tease. In that first shot, she was knelt down in the grass with Dr. Henry Loomis, played by Jonathan Bailey, but in this new shot, she is now alone, holding this weapon, this device, and looking up at something. Immediately, I really do love this image. The colors are fantastic, the mountains in the background. This truly looks like a Jurassic Park movie, at least to me. The visual style is looking great, and I have to say, my first thought was sauna.
Site B.
It's probably not Isla Sorna, but until we know for sure, I'm still thinking we could be heading there in this movie. Anyway, the image looks great. This weapon looks great. It's hard to explain, but it doesn't look futuristic. It's not shiny, glossy, whatever. It's not some far-fetched technology. It looks appropriate and real and modern. I don't know, I'm all here for it, whatever it is. She's also looking up at something that, I mean, what would you call this? I see fear in her face, but also a slight look of awe and wonder. Something enticing perhaps is there, and based on the previous shot, perhaps she's watching as Dr. Loomis approaches this creature or whatever it is, probably a dinosaur, but come on, it could be anything at this point. Her finger is on the trigger, ready. She either doesn't have good firearm discipline or she really is ready and waiting to fire or extract, I guess. What is this thing? All right, let's get into the article and see what new details we have about this movie. The Jurassic franchise has been through all kinds of evolutions already. There was Spielberg's classic original Jurassic Park, which led to The Lost World and Jurassic Park 3. And then in 2015 began the Jurassic World trilogy, giving us a fully fledged dinosaur theme park before letting the prehistoric beasts loose on the world. Now Jurassic is about to be reborn, quite literally, with Jurassic World Rebirth ready to bare its teeth. This time, Godzilla and Monsters director Gareth Edwards is putting his scaly beast expertise to good use, working from a script by original park scribe David Koepp, ready to take the saga back to the source. It goes back to what I loved about the original, Edwards tells Empire in our Andor Season 2 issue, with an embarrassment of riches of different set-piece type scenarios and tense, fun action moments. There were a lot of opportunities as a filmmaker to have a lot of fun and try and play games with the audience. Set 5 years after the events of Jurassic World Dominion, it continues the dinosaurs in the wild premise established across that trilogy, while beginning a whole new chapter in the timeline of Jurassic. While it'll be packed with prehistoric beasts, there are certain dinosaurs it would be a crime against cinema not to include, notes Edwards. The new human lead is Scarlett Johansson, whose operative Zora Bennett is leading an epic dino DNA hunt. She's looking for meaning in her life after leaving the military. Edwards teases of her role. And this opportunity comes along where basically she'd never have to work again. But through that journey, she starts to question the ethical rights and wrongs of what they're doing. You're saying she was so preoccupied with whether or not she could, she didn't stop to think if she should. Buckle up for some classic Jurassic.
Oh, there it is. There it is.
It goes back to what I love about the original. Now that is what I like to hear, that's what I'm sure everybody wants to hear, and while Colin Trevorrow said as much himself, I do trust in Gareth and David Koepp here to truly know what made that first film great. And the second film, of course, The Lost World, is the best. Anyway, tense, fun action moments. Hoping the tension truly is palpable here in this movie, and I'm hoping they've really leaned into the darker horror, the thriller aspects, whatever you want to call it, of the original movie. Something else I found interesting here, it continues the dinosaurs in the wild premise established across that trilogy while beginning a whole new chapter in the timeline of Jurassic. We knew that this was going to be a continuation of the world era 5 years on. They've said it continues the dinos in the wild premise. I imagine meaning that out in the world there are still dinosaurs, which we know the population of dinosaurs has certainly decreased, but there are indeed some of them still out there on the mainland. But this movie is set to start a whole new chapter in the timeline of Jurassic. I think that means that we will be seeing something never before seen in this franchise. Not just dinosaur hybrids, not just new dinosaur species, but something else entirely. Perhaps something that plays with genetic engineering, with cloning, or perhaps even the more darker, the more dangerous aspects of that technology. There are certain dinosaurs it would be a crime against cinema not to include. I think this means, of course, that we will be seeing some of the staples again, maybe a Brachiosaurus, a T-Rex, raptors, but definitely some new species as well. We also got some character information about Zora Bennett. I find it interesting what is stated here, the ethical rights and wrongs of what they're doing. I mean, what are they doing? Is this referring to just the dinosaur DNA extraction, or what else is really going on here? So unfortunately, that's about it for now from this tease. We're anticipating maybe another drop like this from Empire before the actual magazine issue itself drops, which will apparently have heaps more information. Well, it might not be heaps of information, but there will be more in the official magazine. It's the January 2025 issue, which drops in December, so we will have our nose to the ground for that release, and of course we'll be here to report it as soon as we have it. The magazine will also have some information about Spinal Tap too, so that'll be good.
These go to 11.
What do you think of this new image, of this new information, and are you hoping Jurassic World Rebirth truly captures that classic Jurassic feeling? I know I am. Thanks for watching this video. Head to JurassicOutpost.com for more, and of course hit the link to our channel for more Jurassic videos.